Here's the bare bones basic engine, Frankentrain's Next Gen S. It's a tender chassis with all-wheel pickup. We have an adapter plate that accepts the Lionel 0103 reverse, digital reverse. We have a rectifier and a capacitor to turn the AC into DC for these buck boost boards. They will fire the smoke and ancillary support systems later. Right now, I've hooked the trucks up to the rectifier and to the 0103 for reverse, and I've hooked the 0103 up to the DC can motor that's on this engine through an adapter, through a puff and chuff trigger generator, and our smart smoke system, which we were just working on yesterday. I pulled these parts off of a Pacific, put them on the Atlantic. I had to use a different adapter. This adapter we already had. And all I'm doing, I foamed out the connections to know I'm safe up to the 0103, and all I want to do is test the ability to run the engine. And we should have forward, neutral, reverse, forward as the 0103 provides us. I'm hoping that's neutral. Yeah, there's forward, there's neutral, and there's reverse. Okay, so we've got this 1946 Atlantic. I know it's not staying on. It's very bottom back heavy without the shell. This has no smoke gear, no boss to put a gear on, no access to the gearing. That's why we had to put a spacer in there to introduce a worm gear in front of the motor that we reach down with this gear to our special worm, and that gear gives us our puff and chuff strokes. You'll see that hopefully later today. It's only 3 o'clock. And then this is just an adapter for my test jig. I just left it on. And then this framework here, it allows us our electronics to fit into the tender in an organized way, so we can pack 12 pounds into a 10-pound bag is about what it amounts to. So we have now all-wheel pickup. We have a Lionel 0103, that's a $25 board. We have a rectifier and a cap that turns everything in from AC into DC. They have their own built-in rectifier, but these boys do not, so we've had to put one in for them. What I'm going to be doing next is bringing wire out, DC out, regulated. I think this one is 9 volts. I think that's right. And 9 volts is going to run the smoke and the 2 boards for the chuff and the puff. Probably do the puff trigger first and see how that works, and then add the sound later. So all I'm doing is saying, okay, we've got an engine that runs. Now we're going to give it smoking and chuffing. This will be our base model. That's a DC can. We've got a number of varieties of DC type motors. We've got a conversion of a DC. We also have the Flyer DC that we update with stronger magnets. And then we have the S&S DC cans, which are very popular. These are like $35. And we'll be back shortly, I hope, with a little more action. Maybe not so many wires flying around, but maybe more. We'll see later.